Good evening and welcome to BronxTalk. Yes, totally different show this evening. Some people said that the political show we did last week was a bit of a circus. Tonight we're actually doing a circus. We're going to talk about the Flip Circus, which is at Bay Plaza, and let's just get right to it. Arthur Figueroa is the ringmaster. Nice to see you, Arthur.
Thank you for having me.
And Stiv the Clown. He's the clown. I'm dressed like a clown.
Hello.
But that was really just to get in the spirit of it. Arthur, just
Yes.
let's talk about Flip Circus. What is Flip Circus? And welcome to Bay Plaza in the Bronx.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be right here with you. We hear a lot about you.
Thank you.
And Flip Circus is this is our second year. And they brainstorm, during the pandemic, and they came with this beautiful tent. I don't know if you already saw the tent, but it's like the emoji on the phones, and that's the way they come out. And they start, brainstorm all the production and wish acts, and we had the best acts. Did the
and putting it now, we're going to credit Alexa Vasquez, who really her family owns the show, and they put the thing together. Were you performers together already? Or did they come up with, you'd say, well, now we've got to find some performers and put it together?
Well, yeah, the company is, somebody's in charge is scouting the acts, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And of course, they got to go through the five owners, the directors, and yes, and we know each other for years, but we never worked together. And for example, Stiv and myself, it's a second year working together with this company.
But you've been in the circuses
before?
All my life.
Yes.
All your life?
Yes. And half of my life.
Well, I guess you went to school before you became in the circus.
No.
And the idea of Flip Circus is no animals, right? It's people flipping.
Yes.
There you go. You see some samples of it.
Yes, we have the best. Yeah, no animals, unfortunately, but we have the best acts from Ukraine, from Italy, and from Mexico, Colombia, and South Africa. So it's the best.
It's international, and it belongs in the Bronx. It's the international Bronx.
First time in the Bronx, matter of fact.
It's wonderful. Stiv the Clown, nice to see you. I want to know, when you wake up in the morning.
Yes.
Do you already start spraying the family with seltzer and you do things like that?
Well,
I should mention that Stiv is the father of the Bellow sisters, who you're going to meet in a few minutes. They do some of the flipping in the Flip Circus. But do you wake up in the morning and squirt people?
Well,
ask them to pull a finger or something like that?
No, this is not this kind of joke, but for sure you need to have some humor inside, also outside of the stage. It's not the clowns, it's like sad or serious, and then once you go on stage is the one funny. No, I think maybe someone is like this, but I'm not. This is not me.
This is not you?
No, myself. I have a humor outside and inside.
Oh, okay. And you've worked together before?
This is second year.
Yeah,
second year. Okay, there we've got the two of you. People can see what you do.
Oh, that's in the beginning of the tour.
Stiv, what is it that you love about being a clown?
Well, it's not. Be a performer. It's not only be a clown. It's when you see a reaction from the audience, when you can give some emotion. This is the most important, you know.
Do you, how planned is it? Because we know sometimes we watch a clown and the clown makes it up and all of a sudden somebody responds and, do you have like a set act or do you make it up as you go? How does it work?
Everything came, I think, naturally, It
came out naturally?
Yes. I was acrobat for many years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you were a flipper, so to speak.
I do. Yeah. And my father used to be a clown. My grandfather used to be a clown, And then with the time, I started to see the clowns. I was watching all the time behind the curtains, watching the clowns and like the gags, and everything stayed in my mind, I say one day I would like to be a clown. And then one day it happened that, somebody's missing the show. So can you be a clown? Because you look like you can do it. Come on.
You look like a clown.
Yeah, you can do it. I'm sure you can do it. Yeah, okay. I can do it for a few shows, And then I started to like.
How long ago was that?
Well, I started when I was 19.
Okay, are you going to say how old you are now?
Yes. In 5 days, 6. 6.
All right, he's not going to say anything. That's okay.
No, but back with that,
Yeah, go ahead.
the clowns, it is a script, like anything else. You know what I mean? Because I do work a lot with him on stage. We do have a script, but we improv a lot. It all depends, the audience, whatever, or just he wants to play a guy with me, or I do it to him. But it's, you know, because it's all about comedy. You know what I mean?
And every show is different.
And every show is different. See, that's
for us,
what's
yes.
important
Yeah,
to tell
for
the
us,
people
for
of the
us.
Bronx.
For us,
Yeah,
yes,
for us.
because we play for different public. You know, when we change in state to state, people reacting differently. So we need to
Just
adjust.
adjust and improv a little bit.
So you've already, now we're recording this, let's see, November 2nd. It's going to be going for weeks now till November 19th. So people, you know, you can get tickets and the whole bit. But you've already done some shows in the Bronx. How's it been in the Bronx?
It's been-
People, I know Bronx people, we love to have fun.
Yeah, they're loud. They're loud.
They're
and
loud.
We appreciate
They're not
that.
shy.
No. They're not shy. They tell you what they think too, you know. But no, it is our first time here, and we're excited. And we started last Friday, and and today it was
You know,
great.
I was thinking, well, you know, people come and they perform in the Bronx, then they'll stay in a hotel. But you told me that you this is real traditional
Yes.
circus stuff, that you
Yes.
stay in trailers and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
What kind of life is that? Is that fun? Is it different?
I think it's fun. You know, what I mean, we used to it. You know, what I mean, and some
We prefer.
Yeah, we prefer.
You prefer.
Yes, because
Yeah.
we are next to the.
We
our
close
big
to
town.
it's a work and a home. In the same
How
time.
many people are in the show? And
It's
how many-
around 50 people.
50, 50?
Around about 50 all together. We had an amazing crew. All the performers, around 50.
And do you travel like all over the country, all over the world?
Right now, well, yeah, we do in the past.
It's only 2 years, let's remember. But look how great it looks in some
Yeah,
of the pictures.
the
we're
matter of
showing.
fact, the tour is only a year. You know what I mean? 10
Okay.
months. But what I'm saying is I just gotta bring that.
No, that's okay. So do you travel to in the States only?
Yes,
or
East Coast. That's what I tried to. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The East Coast. You know what I mean? And most of it, New York State, New Jersey, Massachusetts, we're in this area.
And in terms of now, you're the father of the Bellow sisters.
Yes.
As I said, we're going to meet them, and they flip. What's that? Like? Did you bring them into the circus, or did they say, "Hey, Dad, you know, maybe you should be the," you know what I mean? Who was first?
No, you know, when they were kids, they was always backstage with me. In the morning, I used to go on training. They come with me, so they start to love this life since they were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, it's difficult that they want to do something else, you know, because they love. Once you're in the circus, it's difficult that you want to do something else.
It's hard to break away. Well, we're going to meet a couple of them in a moment. So
Sure.
we'll. Are you ever, when they flip and do that? Are you ever worried? I know with my kids, if they were doing stuff like that, I'd be like, "Oh no, don't."
No, I'm not worried because I know what I do.
And you were a trapeze artist,
No, I was a acrobat.
acrobat.
Yes.
Do you miss that aspect of it, or you don't? Because you know, I'll get you to start flipping
when I wake
around
up in the
studio
morning
here.
with some pains, no, I have pain in my
He
body.
doesn't miss
sometimes.
the pain. He doesn't miss the pain.
You don't miss it. Well, I guess we'll ask the girls about that in just a moment. So anyway, I want to just tell you, let's see, there's the Flip Circus Band, which
Yes.
provides the soundtrack. Showtimes are 7:30 on weekdays, 1 and 4 and 7 on Saturdays and Sundays. You can go to flipcircus.com. So I think we're ready to take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to meet the Bellow sisters, and then you guys, I don't know, you're going to shoot seltzer at me or something. I don't know what.
Stay
we're gonna
tuned. You never know.
do. All right, so we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, it'll be the Bellow sisters and me, and then Arthur and Steve. We'll be right back. Yes, it is still Bronx Talk. It says Bronx Talk back here, but who could be luckier than me standing in between the two Bellow sisters? It is Loren Bello, nice to have you. And it is Joline Bello, nice to have you. There is also a third Bellow sister. She's not here tonight. Loren, do you love the circus?
Yes.
Why do you love the circus?
Well, we are the 8th generation of performers in our family, so we basically were born into it. We know nothing else than the circus. And I think it's such a great art to be able to give something to the people, to the audience that comes to see us.
Do you create the act that you do? You create it each time, or explain how it developed and got to where it is. By the way, it is the Flip Circus, folks, which is at Bay Plaza, going on now through November 19th. But how do you create what you do?
Well, as we were kids, we were small girls, we used to watch our dad actually perform.
Right.
And we were always backstage watching him. So that's kind of where the passion was born. And then later on, we went to a circus academy in Italy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes. We attended the school for 3 years. And that's kind of where we shaped our act.
What did they teach you?
Well,
I don't mean to laugh. It's, people go to college and they learn philosophy and they learn psychology and science and everything else. What do they teach you at circus school?
Well, we also have different subjects. Let's say we have the juggling, acrobatics, stretching, so flexibility.
That is something that I wanted to ask both of you about. Now, you've got to stay in shape to do what you do. Do you exercise every day? What kind of things do you do?
Yes, we do exercise every day. It's one of the biggest parts, the most important parts of our job. What we do on stage, those 5 minutes, is the smallest part of the overall thing that we do, because staying in shape, eating healthy, all those kind of things, that's the biggest part of what we do.
Wow. And is it difficult to do that on the road, as for living in a trailer? To live that kind of life, or you've been able to do it, I guess.
Well, I guess we're used to it. We grew up. We don't know. It's hard for us to stay in one place for a long time. Those 3 years that we were in that school, for us, after 2 weeks, we knew the city, and we were like, when are we going to move again? So.
Have you enjoyed being here in the Bronx?
Yes.
And in New York?
Yes, we haven't had an opportunity to go around much. We have shows every day. But yeah,
that's the circus life.
That's the way it is.
All right. Well, maybe you'll get to go to the Bronx Zoo or the Botanical Garden or Little Italy. So we're talking about being fit. Joline is going to show us stuff, right? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Maybe we should get Arthur to introduce it. We'll do that later. So go ahead. You're going to do something for us? Here we go. Woo! Now, you said you hold her up?
So exactly. So what she's doing now on the floor is super easy for her.
That's easy.
Usually we're the ones supporting her and being like the porters is the name in circus language.
Right, there you go. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And I know that your English is not great, but just tell me, and you can say it in whatever language you want. We speak all the languages in the Bronx. Why do you love the circus? What is it about it that makes you love it?
Like my sister said, we were born into the circus. I love to see when we go visit other circus, it's something you feel inside. It's passion. Like you see when you go see other circus, you see it's what I love to do, and it's my passion.
I think you're a little too shy because your English was fine. But I want you to say something in Spanish en Espanol to our Spanish viewers. Tell them to come to the circus or something, whatever you want to tell them.
Acá los esperamos en Bronx. Estamos acá hasta el 19 de noviembre at the Bay Mall. Bay Mall? Bay Mall
Plaza. The Bay Mall Plaza. All right, that's over there in Club City.
Ahí.
All right. How often do you practice? You practice every day?
Yes, we actually go every day to the gym and we practice our act. And then
even when you're on the road?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And let's just talk about, basically how much fun it is for you. You guys you get off on performing.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. Of course, there are days, we're humans, we're not robots. So there are days
What? Say no, don't say it.
No, but people often forget, that there's a lot of things that, especially now the cold coming, we feel it in our bodies and everything. And that's something that many people don't think about, But on the other side, when you come on stage and you see the people that are waiting for you, you know, you forget all of those things.
One of the unique things about this show, as I understand, is that the audience is so close to you.
Yes,
Is that challenging, or you love it? I mean, explain what that's about.
Personally, for me, I like it much more because it's much more intimate, especially in Flip Circus. It's a very, very intimate environment, and you just get to feel the audience even more than if they were super far away, you know, and especially seeing the kids in the first rows and seeing their reaction to what we do, that's very special.
And you know, I'm always prejudiced in favor of my Bronx people. Bronx people will let you know how they feel.
Yes, they have. Yes, yes.
I'm sure they have. So we only have 2 minutes. Is there something you do better than she does, or you do better than she does? I mean, talk to me about, because there's always sibling rivalry.
Well, I think she's better at the handstand part, and I'm better at the holding her part.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
So
We
yeah.
do have different parts in our act. That's why I'm on top. And
Okay.
Oh, here we go. These guys are coming in.
I think.
All right, wait a minute. Something's happening here.
Well, I think it's too much. Blah blah blah. We have some magic to do, and
Yes.
you're gonna be involved. Are you ready?
I guess. Okay.
Come on. Look,
All
very
right.
simple. Steve is gonna hold that balloon, and you're gonna make it disappear. But you have to
Sure.
say the magic words.
The magic words is I'm going to take a pin.
No. You cannot
All
touch
right.
it.
So I'll
Just
say,
abracadabra.
Abracadabra, please and thank
Disappear. But, you see?
You see?
It's gone.
It's gone. You
It's
was
gone.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
I
You're ready for
really
Las
did-
Vegas.
Now you can join Flip Circus.
Well, I'm wearing the tie. You're not wearing a tie. I came because it's a formal show. and
So
I'm
we're
wearing-
waiting you in the circus.
That's a heck of a magic trick. Let's just talk about the other tricks and other things you do during the show.
We can't say too much, otherwise people wouldn't come.
Then they won't come to the circus. All right, but you want to say a little bit about what you
All right.
want to do?
Okay. So I play on trapeze with my brother.
Okay.
So basically, he's coming like inside like a big artist, and I'm his assistant,
Well,
and then
yeah. This is
But you know what I really want to do? I was talking with the author about this before. I want you to give us, like, when you say ladies, and give us the whole
the
introduction.
whole enchilada. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to Flip Circus.
There you go. Now we should get her to go and do a flip here.
There you go.
She don't
you
wanna
should
do-
invite people to the show.
Yeah, I know. You need to come and see our show. Please, we're going to be in the Mall Plaza Mall. And
The Bay Plaza
Bay
Mall.
Plaza Mall. Into
Okay.
the 19. You can buy your tickets at flipcircus.com or in our box office.
I want you to tell me a little bit about the bingo troupe, because people really are inspired by Ukrainians who are traveling the world to spread the word about their culture. So what do they do? What is
They're
the-
doing acrobat, dancing, handstand, and they give a lot of energy to the audience.
on the unicycle.
Unicycle as well, yes.
Right. And then what about, you want to talk about Carolina Vasquez?
Yes, Carolina.
She's Mexican.
Yes,
Mexicana.
she's from Mexico, Mexicana.
Right.
Very proud. She's part of the family, of the Vasquez family. And she performed way up in the air, about maybe 50. No, that's the Wheel Dead.
All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the Wheel Dead from Colombia. But Carolina performed up in the air in the trapeze around maybe 18 feet, something like that.
One of the most exciting parts of this, and when we were talking about it and what we're talking about now, is people, especially in the Bronx, people coming from all over the world.
Right.
This is pretty exciting. Now, the Super Tumblers are also in the show?
Yes, from South Africa. They're amazing. The
From
energy.
Africa?
Yes, from South Africa.
South Africa.
Yes.
Okay, well, that is Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
And so go ahead. Talk
No,
about
yeah,
them.
they're amazing energy. They're gonna be flipping like you see it right now. They are just flipping the way
And
they call
dancing.
and dancing. They're
Yeah.
good dancers too. Yes.
How many shows do you do a year?
I think we do about 300 shows
Even more.
or even more per
Is
year.
it-
300 shows?
Yes.
Do you take
More than you.
Yeah.
I know. I just do one a week. Do you take time off? I mean, you get away from it, or you can't get away from it because you're surrounded by it all the time.
No, we take our time to go and visit the city, and we're doing the transfer city to city. We also can be relaxed because we have a few days off.
Do you do interactive with like the audience since the audience is so close, or am I not
No,
allowed
actually,
to ask
I
you
start
that?
the show like this.
You start the show going and interact and talking.
I played one of the audience, and then they put me inside the show.
Well, wait a minute. If you're dressed like that,
No, I have another dress.
oh, you
Yeah.
dress like I normally
And then
dress.
he grabbed me inside the show.
Yeah.
And
That's a surprise, yes.
Oh, I know. We just ruined the whole
No,
show.
no, it's okay. We didn't tell you everything, so.
In terms of doing the work and for you doing the preparation, just talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I think I'm one of the lucky ones at the show because
and you said all of you have been doing this for your whole lives.
Yes, yeah, and this is our second year, with this beautiful company, Flip Circus, and it's excited. I mean, my job is very special because I'm watching magic, for every
You see it every day.
Yes, every single act.
Where else are you going this year? Who is this?
We're gonna be in
Brooklyn and Queens.
Brooklyn and Queens. That's all
we're gonna
over
be around
America.
here. Yes, yes, yes.
Then what you do is you go and you reset the tent and everything. How do you do 300 shows in that amount of
Well,
time?
you
know what I mean? By the time it takes us forever to set up cameras and do a show like this. But you set up
sometimes they use the word circus when it's some mess go around,
Right.
But there's nothing more organized than the circus, because if you see, we are doing 3 shows on Sunday, and after the show, they pack everything and we're ready to go next day to the next city and
Wow.
set up and be ready next day.
You had said there were 50 people.
It's around, between performers and the best
crew,
workers.
And they
crew.
all stay in the trailers?
Yes, everybody was
Gee, I
there.
haven't been out at Bay Plaza. You must have a
Yeah,
ton of-
well, the tent, we are very lucky where the tent is located. It's like an oval of grass, so you will see it from the freeway too. And the trailer, they're just across. It's the parking lot.
I've got to ask you, Loren,
Yes.
is he funny at home? Is he funny?
It depends on the
Or at home? At home, he's like, "Oh, Dad, stop it."
When they ask me if they can go out to the nightclub, and I say no, I think I'm not funny.
Oh, that's it. No, but really, is it like, as I said, does he wake up in the morning and start squirting with seltzer and playing jokes, or it's not like that at home?
No, it is. It is.
It
It's
is?
always, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's always funny at home too.
Really, really, so do you get some of that humor too, in addition to doing your tumbling and everything else?
I wouldn't consider myself personally a comedian, but I think it wears off a little bit on all of us.
Does he come up with new stuff, or it's like, "Oh, Dad"? That's what my kids say to me. They're like, "Oh, Dad."
But it's not about only the clowns. When you are backstage and you have a good atmosphere on the backstage, and you take all this positive energy on stage as well. If you're in the backstage, you are so quiet. It's difficult to be.
I'm about to quote Smokey Robinson and say, "What about the tears of the clown? Are you inside?"
I'm not this kind of clown.
I'm that kind of guy. He seems to be very, very, very happy. And what about for you? Do you have other hobbies and other things, or is this really your life?
We all have hobbies. We go out, like Steve says, or Lorraine, and we go out and have fun. But actually, we just work.
Dedicated to the
Dedicated
circus.
to the circus.
And what about for you? Do you do other things other than
Shopping in the mall.
shopping in the mall? Well, then you're at Bay Plaza. That's a good story.
Yeah.
We're very lucky.
Dangerous.
We're always located right next to the mall, so I guess. But everything, we have a passion for makeup, for example, but that again has to do with our job because, we do our makeups ourselves and everything. So a passion then also becomes part of our job. So I guess that's one of the things.
Is there a story or something that's happened on the road or something that's different from anything that's ever happened, an audience that did something unusual? Is there an anecdote? I guess I'll ask each of you about that.
I think for us, for my sisters and I, one of the things that's very, very different was when we did America's Got Talent.
Yes, I forgot to ask you about that. Right, so talk about that.
That America's Got Talent was something completely different from circus. You're in front of a completely different audience, and then you have all those famous people that you only see on TV sitting in front of you.
Yeah, people like me.
Which was something very, very special. And then we made it to the finals, which was another something that we never expected, because as an artist, you create one act and you usually keep that throughout your entire career, where on America's Got Talent, we did a different act every week. So that was a very big challenge and something completely different.
How long ago was that? They had told me about it, and I forgot to ask about it. How long ago was that?
So we did America's Got Talent the year the pandemic hit.
So it was 2020,
2020,
years ago.
and then we came back and did America's Got Talent All Stars last year.
Wow. Did you enjoy that, or do you have another anecdote, or that was really something unusual?
That was we did, from there, we did in 2020 AGT. And then from there, the talent shows in Italy, Spain, Germany,
countries,
France. So that
must have been pretty exciting.
It was excited, but also nervous.
And you must have, so it was the Bellow sisters, or were you all? It was the Bellow sisters. Wow, you must have been a proud dad.
I was backstage. I was nervous backstage.
Nervous? I thought you'd be cracking jokes. No.
The first Got Talent, I was the first episode. I was really nervous.
You were really nervous, but go ahead.
We did have an episode where he actually
joined us.
joined our act, and we were able to work together.
Yeah, it was
That was our final.
Our final act. We brought our dad on.
All right, we're just about out of time, so we want to make sure that people come. The Flip Circus is at Bay Plaza Mall now through September 19th. An incredible assemblage of acts and people that you can see, and I've got the ticket information. There you go. Show times are 7:30 on weekdays, 1, 4, and 7 on Saturdays. And it's 3 shows.
Yeah.
3 shows. You got to do that a number of times, right? Okay. And so for discounted tickets, additional information, go to www.flipcircus.com. You can get tickets at the box office. The box office is over there.
Just in front of the big top.
Just in front of the big top. So here we go, Steve. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for
Thank you
inviting
for
us.
not bringing a seltzer bottle. I appreciate it. Arthur, thank you.
Sir, thank you for having us. It was a pleasure.
They're better looking than you are. Thank you,
course.
Jane,
Come
so
on.
much.
Thank you for
Loren,
having
thank
us.
you. So let's give it. What do we do in Flip Circus? We just wave goodbye. Is that what we do?
Thank
And
you,
we'll
guys.
say next week we're going to do something much more normal. We're going to talk about a very wonderful program at Lehman College, but we'll deal with that next week. Goodbye. Let's have everybody at the circus.
See
in
you
the
there.
Bronx.
Come and see us.